as I said earlier, you've been in the PDC for 15 months, and at the moment you're ranked 96th, which in itself, when you consider, that isn't that bad going.
Yeah.
Again, you've twice made the UK Open, which is credit to you. What would you, we were talking a year from now, where would you expect or realistically expect your ranking to be, and what tournaments would you expect to have qualified for?
Well, obviously this year I want to, as everybody does, I want to qualify for the World Championships. I'm not in a bad situation. I've missed. I never went to Germany at the start of the year, and I never went to Austria, and I won't be going to Canada. So obviously I'll be losing a few spots on the 1 year list. But obviously I want to get up there, and I want to qualify for the World Championships this year. Obviously next year, again the Reebok, and I want to have a good crack at the match play next year to, on the 1 year list to try and get into that. And by the end of next year, obviously, I want and need to be in the top 64 by being able to keep the tour card. And to me, that's a realistic aim. I know I can be up there, top 50. I can do that. It's just about getting everything right. It's not easy. Like I say, I think on the 1 year list I was 30 odd, and then I didn't go to Austria. And then I looked at the rankings the day after Austria, and I was 50 odd. So it's difficult. It's it's need to get in that World Championship and then kick on next year. Obviously, like I say, I want to be in the top 64.
Yeah,
make sure I don't have to go to the Q school again, and then push on big style from then.
Well, getting to the Worlds with the first round money alone would certainly make a huge
absolutely
difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
And of course, you'd get that further TV experience.
Well, that's it. There's no obviously bigger stage. As I say, watch the match play there. It's a fantastic arena, but the World Championships is the World Championship. There's no bigger stage for a dart player, and a great venue, Alexander Palace. If I could get on there, show everyone what I can do, and then really push on next year, I have no doubt I can be in that 64 and then pushing the top 50. Absolutely.
That's what it's all about, is keep pushing and pushing and plugging.
Well, that's it. Some people will go straight in to PDC and they might go up to 30. Some might go in and they might not do anything the whole career. Some might go in and they go up gradually. Obviously everybody wants everything straight away, as you do. It's human nature. But if I can this year an improvement on last year, and then obviously next year try and get that 64. Like I say, I'm still young enough. Even if it takes 3, 4, 5 years, I'd rather it take 5 years than obviously nothing at all happen. So I'm prepared for the long haul with it. I know what I can do, and like I say, steady she goes.
Absolutely, because in 5 years' time, you're still only 31.
Yeah, that's it.
I've got to stop saying as well. Time is something that you really do have on your side, which is a huge advantage.
Well, that's it. Obviously, like I say, when you're young, you want everything, quickly. And then, I don't want 10 years' time to turn around and think, well, that was a missed opportunity. If I'd have just, took things a bit slowly, I could have done what I wanted. Don't get me wrong, if things come quick and, I'll bite your hand off, I'll accept
of course,
them.
you take it.
But, I'm prepared for the long go, It's, as we've mentioned before, it is tough. There's so many players going for these positions, going for World Match Play spots, going for World Championship spots, going for top 64 in the rankings. There's only so many people can do it. There's always going to be disappointed people. So,
that's right.
It's just make sure that you stick at it, and I'm sure we'll get there.
Absolutely, and the best of luck with that as well, because
cheers, yeah.
It's hard work, but keep sticking to it. I've got no doubt. I think you'll reach your immediate ambitions. I think you'll get there. I've seen you play. You have got the ability. just don't get disheartened at the wrong time.
No,
I
I will get there. It's like I say, I know I can beat the top guys, and it's just getting that consistency. It's like I say, I know I can be. I know I can be top 32. I mean, I'm not saying any higher than that because you don't know. There's so many great players, but I know I can be up there. Like I say, I mean, a lot of my results this year. I mean, obviously you're going to get beat off the top guys, but I've had some great results as we mentioned, and I've had some narrow defeats off the top guys. With me at the moment, his experience, his concentration, I tend to struggle against guys that I know I should be, and who are in and around me in the rankings, and I think you're a good player, but I know I can beat you. That's the thing with me. It's about getting my mind right, concentration wise. As I say, sometimes I've had some great results, and then thrown in a 6-0. I mean, this year, I beat Yellow Classen 6-2 in Barnsley, played great, and then the game after, I got beat off Darren Johnson. I mean, no disgracing that. Darren's a fantastic player. But I got beat 6-0, and it was a waste of time with being there. I mean, it was just like somebody else was throwing for me. It was like I'd never thrown a dart before in my life. And yet, the very next day, I went 6-5 with Phil Taylor. So it's that consistency. Yeah. A great game, rubbish, and then another great game. It's.
Well, I think that is what is really separating the really top players from the rest. Yeah. Is that element of consistency.
Yeah.
Even they fail now and again. They can't produce it every time. But it's still something that's the only difference, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that comes with, experience and, practice and, like I say, you've got to prepare, right? And, certain events, I'll admit last year I wasn't practicing as much as I could do. And that's where the consistency comes out, It's all right playing good one game, but then that's why 2 hours practice might be better than one for you because, an hour after you've played a game, you've got another one. You need to keep going. So it is one of them. I'm putting that right now. I'm getting my head right, and I'm putting the hours in now.
Yeah, a matter of getting the practice regime that's right for you. What's right for you may not be right for everybody else. It's an individual thing.
Yeah, if I'm playing on my own, if I'm having a throw at home, or I just half an hour, so practicing doubles, finishes, combinations. But other than that, really, I like to be playing the game. I like to feel that competitive edge. Even if I go for a practice with somebody, I like to be, half an hour warm up, and then get into actual competitive darts, make it mean something, because...
Yeah, I understand that. Because competitive darts is always going to be far different than just throwing at the board on your own.
Well, that's it. I mean, like I said before, concentration-wise, I can probably do half an hour on my own, but it's like when you're practicing your doubles, it's all right having a throw at them, but there's no one stood behind you if you miss.
Yeah, waiting to take one out.
Exactly. So I'd rather be playing someone, we'll say we'll play best out of 19 legs, we'll play best of 5 sets, 7 sets, and then, make it a bit competitive.
Yeah, that obviously leads you through into the matches themselves.
Absolutely, yeah.
Your nickname, Peter, The Rock.
Yeah.
Now, I'm aware of a bit of a story that a hotel actually, that a hotel name is part of why you chose it. Now, I believe it was a hotel called The Rock.
That's right, yeah.
Now, what would your nickname have been had you stayed in the Cock Inn or the Queen's Head?
Well, I've been called that a few times, don't you? Blimey. Shudder to think. No comment.
Mind you, having said that, all joking apart, that nickname itself, it lends itself to some really, really good walk-on music. Have you got any thoughts of what you are going to use when you get on the TV stage?
Personally, I've had a few suggestions on Facebook, and I think the latest one last night was what was it? Europe, was it Rock Tonight or something? Rock the Night? I can't remember. I haven't really thought about that. I'll be just happy if I get to a TV event where I can get the old music on. Let's get there first, and then I'll start worrying about that.
Absolutely, because there is so much to choose from out there as far as that nickname's concerned. And please forgive me for the cheap pun earlier.
You're all right.
Well, Peter, can I thank you again on behalf of the forum and myself, of course, and wish you every possible bit of luck over the future.
Yeah, absolutely, no problem. I've enjoyed it. Thanks very much. And
hopefully we can catch up again as the season progresses, and as you progress through it, and hopefully get to the Worlds.
Yeah, no problem. Absolutely. Let's hope I can talk to you when I'm in the World Championship or something. Hopefully.
Yeah, that really would be great. That would be great. Peter,
no problem.
Thanks again for doing this for us. We really do appreciate it. And I'll try to get it up on the forum as soon as I possibly can.
Okay. Thank you very much, Martin.
Cheers, pal.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Bye.